guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jazz and today we are playing with Nomad Cosmetics Royal Europe. This is their new palette that just came out. It retails for $57 and it comes with 10 mattes and 5 multi-chromes. Do you see those? Amazing. If you're wondering how I got this look here on my eye, just keep on watching. I'm going to go ahead and start priming my eyes with Sand from Vieve. I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush and I'm going to blend it out. A fluffy angled brush, I guess. Once I have that all over my eyes, I'm going to actually, using a setting powder that is closer to my skin tone, I'm going to set my eye. A skin tone setting powder, it helps it get better, closer match to my skin, but at a little bit lighter. The setting powder that I'm using is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Nutmeg. I have no idea what look I want to do with this palette. I tend to always go for the purple tones. I feel like the purple and blue tones is definitely calling to me, but I kind of also want to incorporate this shade. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with that purple shade, which is Buckingham Palace. Oh, okay, hold on. I was not prepared for that. There was some fallout, so be very careful if you don't like fallout. Just kind of dip into the pan lightly and just build up the color from there. These are very pigmented, going on so nice. I'm kind of just going in, creating like a V shape and then around my eye and then winging it out. I'm gonna actually take some of the Ballroom, which is like a pinky purple. That blended really nicely. I love when I get a good blend. I'm like, yes. Take a bit of this slightly lighter, I believe it's called Pina Palace. Using the same brush, I'm just flipping, like one side had the Ballroom, one has Pina Palace. The one that has Pina Palace, I'm blending to the front, but when I get to that section where the Great Hall or the Ballroom meets, I will flip it back and just blending shade. I'm actually going to just dab that right in my inner corner. Oh, that is a pretty shade. This has to be like one of my favorite Nomad palettes. Not only because they are introducing like multi-chromes, but also just because this has to be like my favorite color story. Now, I bet there's a right way to say all these, but guys, that is a pretty blue, man. I'm gonna tap that out. That was literally one dip into the pan. These are just the mattes. Like, I haven't even stepped into the duochrome land yet. I'm gonna go a little bit back in with some of that purple just to kind of add some more dimension. And I like it because it's not just pastels. Like, you know, it's like rich tones. I love the most about this. I'm going to take a little bit more of this color and just bring it a little bit more into the inner lid. The way that it's formulated, of course, like the rose go with each other. So because of that, I'm going to use 2 multi-chromes, but I'm going to use the ones that go with the rose. So for that yellow mustard shade, I'm going to go ahead and go into that multi-chrome, place it on top, and start to drag it towards the blue, but not on the blue. I'm going to actually use that purple tone. Actually, no, I'm going to use this blue de France for the blue and kind of marry those together. I'm going to go back in a little bit with that blue from Hall of Mirrors, called Hall of Mirrors actually, not from the Hall of Mirrors, but called the Hall of Mirrors, just to add that back in over that little multi-chrome a little bit. I'm going to add Rare Beauty Mascara. So let's hear my final thoughts. This palette is probably my favorite Nomad palette. I just can't get over the rich tones. I can't get over the multi-chromes. Like, they're just so good. Everything blends into one another so seamlessly. Like this, I haven't tried to apply the multi-chromes with a brush. I use my fingers. Honestly, I use that with all my multi-chromes across various brands. I just believe that's just the best way to apply them. The mattes are really nice, intense. I would be careful about dipping into the pan, and because you will get fallout if you dip too hard or if you get too much. But as long as you have like a light hand and some control, it'll be fine. There is not kick up really in the pans themselves. I just kind of noticed that when I dipped a little too much into the purple when I first went in. Oh, and I also love the color system. I love that the rows are all like complementary to one another, and if you follow the rows, you get to the multi-chromes that most likely would look the best with those colors. And that does not mean you have to follow those rules. You do whatever your creativity wants you to do, but I like that because a lot of times when you are getting started in makeup, or even if you're a pro, sometimes you hit like a rut, and sometimes being so out of the box is hard, and sometimes you just need something like very simple, you know, like, okay, I can use literally this shade, I can use this shade in my crease, I can blend out with this shade, and then I can put a multi-chrome on. Like, sometimes you need things to be simple or easy to help you get the momentum to start becoming even more creative. I just love it, and you should go pick it up. It retails for $57 on Nomad Cosmetics website. They do choose a cause to support UNESCO's World Heritage Center, so please make sure, I just want you to know that your money does go to a good cause, along with like just getting an amazing palette. Like, do you see this? Do you see this? Like, especially because multi-chromes are very expensive, and like people are out here, some brands are out here charging like so much money, like $25 to $30 for a single multi-chrome. And here you have 5 plus 10 mattes. Okay, so it seemed like a deal to me. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed watching me do my makeup and loved hearing my thoughts, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and I will check you out in the next one. Bye!